Oh, how you doing, folks? Papa Joe here. Crack that window a little bit. Just had me some barbecued ribs and tater wedges. Stopped on the way home Friday and snatched up some Texas Best barbecue, and it is good. So, it ain't cheap, but it's good. I got a full rack of ribs and a pound and a half of brisket. And it was right at 60 bucks. Just a touch over, 61 and change. But boy, I like their barbecue. So, they're one of the few, well, they're about the only one that I get excited about when I see I can stop there. They just do it right. And their barbecue sauce ain't bad either. And they're one of the places that does not put their sauce on the meat. So with what I got, they gave me a pint of my choice, in which I take their mild. Well, me and Mom ate on that this weekend for a couple meals. I brought some out, love her some. Now I like to take and do me a baked potato and a lot of butter. Then I'll take my brisket, which I already chopped it up. I'll chop it up real fine. And I'll put it in that barbecue sauce and that baked tater. It's just a Papa Joe thing. So, we was so busy this weekend, we didn't do no cooking. I mean, Grandma cooked sausage biscuits both mornings, which she always does. Robert didn't work Saturday, but Lakota did. So she still got to feed me and Lakota. Then Sunday, Robert and Lakota worked. So she cooked sausage biscuits. I had laid out some bacon. I'd planned on doing some bacon biscuits. And I was busy chasing them papers that you seen in them other videos. And I didn't tell her I'd laid some bacon out, because I'd got a big package the previous weekend. And we buy the family packs and break it down, vacuum seal it, stick it in the freezer. I save money wherever I can. I can't help it. So I'd grabbed one of them, and I had not told her that I'd done it. So she just did her regular routine. Well, then this morning, as I'm gathering stuff up, would you all be still? This morning, as I'm gathering my stuff up, I told her, I said, oh hell, there's that bacon. I'd laid it out. I was gonna cook it yesterday. And she went ahead and did a basket weave on it. You know, like you do on top of an apple pie. Interlace it, lattice work, whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. I want to see if I have any refills left. Yeah, I got one refill left. No, I'll have to let her know so she can call it in. So, she did this basket weave on the bacon and threw it in the oven this morning while I was getting ready. Cooked up a couple eggs, 3 of them. Excuse me. Forgot my evening meds. Had to take that one. So she made me 3 bacon egg sandwiches to go, which she don't normally do. I got teasing her. Back in the day, after we became empty nesters, she rode with me for quite a while. That was when I drove for Prime. That's how I can tell y'all about some of this stuff. Been there and done it. We didn't owe a soul a penny when we went to work for Prime. Had absolutely no bills. And I was a very experienced driver. I was very outlaw experienced driver. I just couldn't make no money worth a damn with them people. And our plans had been for her to learn how to drive, but she couldn't handle it. She was too nervous. But still, with my experience, we should have made some decent money. Now, I'll grant you, with the 2 of us out here, it costs quite a bit to live with 2 people on the road now. But still, with no bills. I didn't even have a cell phone bill. Cell phones were just coming out, and I didn't want one. One of the daughters just couldn't stand us being out here without her having tabs, so she gave us a cell phone off her account, but which we didn't use it unless she called. But anyhow, after being out here for like a year, Grandma done had enough. She'd ready to go home. This trucking wasn't what she envisioned, sitting at home all them years, raising the kids while I was out here trucking, thinking I was having all the fun. She found out I wasn't having all the fun. And I had to borrow money against my pickup truck that was paid off, fairly new, a couple years old. I had to borrow money against it, and went and bought an RV, a travel trailer for her to live in. And we started working towards getting me off the road, which we did. And I went to work for a power line company, and you move around with them. So, which we did. But every morning she would get up, and while I'm getting ready for work and having my coffee and whatnot, yes, I drank coffee back in them days, she'd fix me breakfast every morning. I had never had a wife to fix me breakfast. So, I mean, it just, much less every morning. Then while I was eating my breakfast, she would make my lunch, get me right on out the door. Then when I got home of the evening, dinner would be ready right around 5:30. That was, I would tease her, call her June Beaver, and all this stuff. So, but yeah, it was cool. And then, like I said, this morning she cooked up them breakfast. And that interweaved bacon, I tell you what, that made a damn good sandwich. It was a lot better than the way you just usually lay your bacon on there and all that stuff. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked that. So, but actually, those 3 breakfasts, the only time we really cooked, and she did the cooking, I didn't. Friday when I got home, I don't remember what we did, but we didn't cook. Oh, duh. that barbecue back there. That's what we did. Then Saturday for lunch, we went to a little Chinese place we like going to. I don't know how I got that stuff showing up, but I wish it would quit. Then we had barbecue. That's where I did my baked tater and chopped up some brisket. Grandma's on that diet. She's hit a little plateau right now. She's getting kind of aggravated. So I told her she's been on diet before. She knows you hit a plateau and you have to change something up to shock your system to start losing again. At one time, well, when she was on truck with me, we did that Atkins diet together. Now, she had already started it, kept telling me about it, wanting me going on. I'm like, when I'm ready, I'll read the book and I'll go on it. So, she'd been out here, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, and I'd hit a scale, and it said only one at a time, please. And I said, it's time. Actually, it said 299. And I told her, I said, no, I don't want to hit the 300. Let me have the book. So she gonna tell me all the stuff I need to do. No, just stop. Let me read the book. It was a very boring book, but it was very educational. I will tell you that. It required effort to read it, but it was interesting enough that I did want to read it for the knowledge. The two of us, she was already on it, then I got on it, and between the two of us, we lost 148 pounds. And we like to joke and saying we had lost a person. So, now the thing about the Atkins diet is when you come off of it, if you ain't damn careful, you balloon right back up. I didn't get all the way up to that 299, but I'm bouncing now between the 265 and 275, and I have for the last several years. My biggest problem is I'm a hillbilly. I like my taters and I like my bread. I like too many things with starches, and I've always said, you know, I don't pretend to be on a diet. That's what I tell her. For years she would pretend to be on a diet, but I'd get a little bit of junk food and she would be wanting hers. And I'd tell her, she's like, I don't know why you're losing weight. 'Cause you ain't dieting. Yeah. Oh, yes I am. No, you ain't. You're pretending to. I don't pretend to. I've tried to explain to her, it's a matter of being comfortable in your own body. I'm comfortable with who I am and what I am. Yeah, I need to lose some weight. Yeah, I should quit smoking. Yeah, I should grow some hair. But I'm comfortable with me at this stage in my life. And like I told her, I didn't marry her because she was a sexy little woman. Now, she was a sexy little woman when we got married. But I fell in love with more than her body. So, what the hell? Told her, as long as I ain't bitching, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I do. She's a woman. So, there's your problem. Then she has this silly idea that if she quits being a woman and becomes a man, I'm going to want a divorce. And she's right. I ain't wired that way. So, what the hell? A lot of work this weekend. I didn't really, I don't know, it's kind of strange, how do you say it? I didn't work, but I stayed busy. And it was a pretty long weekend. I didn't get to sit around and rest up or any of that stuff. Hell, tonight I could have drove another hour and a half on my 11 hours, and I told Mom, I said, I'm done. I'm just done. I've done been up and worked at it for over 12 hours just in the truck time. I said, I'm done. I don't care. So I stopped and had me something to eat. I stopped down the road about 20 miles and fueled. Got that out of the way. And all damn day long, I keep forgetting to log out on that ELD. I'll get out, go check in or whatever, and I'll come out and it's, do you want to do this? No, I want you to go off duty. When I stop, you should automatically go off duty. And they can be set up like that. Ours ain't. That sucks. That's my bad. I know better. But ELDs. So they was predicting a lot of rain in Houston today. Didn't get it. Couple little sprinkles. Mama said after I drove back through town, I drove right back past the house coming up here. She said they got one good little shower. Hardly even registered on the gauge. What'd y'all think of the pavers? That patio that we're trying to do? Well, we ain't trying, we're doing it. That is our first true building project. We had some work done on the office that we have not been satisfied with, and we was going to make do with it. We have discussed it, and we're going to tear it out and start all over back there. So I told her, I said, if we got to tear it out and start all over, then that don't count as a building project. For building the place for us is what we're talking about. And when we did the office, which is it was an enclosed back porch. Someone else had enclosed it. It had not been kept up, and it was about ready to fall down. It needed some work fast. So we got some work done fast and saved the porch, saved the room. But we're not satisfied with the finished work that we have on it. And we're going to be changing up our living room. So we want to change that office to match it anyway. So, and that was all before I started doing any of the work other than having the volunteer having the lumber cut off of it. That was before the bulldozing and grade work, extending enlarging the pond. That office was one of the first things we did. So now we get to redo it. Ain't no big money at all. So this patio is our first true building the place for us. It's a big step to me. It's something that I'm very excited about. I had wanted me and Grandma to do the first build. Now years ago, after we had got together, I've been a remodeler for years, or I had remodeled for years. Had my own business, the whole routine. Got out of it to do trucking stuff. When we had got together and moved to Georgia, I didn't just jump back in a truck. We was trying to make it without me having to get in a truck. And we remodeled a house. Actually, it was a haunted house. That's another story in itself I'll tell someday maybe. And I started teaching Grandma how to remodel. She was my helper. And she learned very quickly. And she found out that once she got past her confidence problem, she was pretty damn decent at it. over the course. And now also, mind you, before me and her got together, she was a single mother of two. Couldn't afford to have a bunch of stuff done, so she did her own work on her car, changing her oil, tune-up. For those of you that remember what a tune-up is, she did all that stuff herself. Of course, we was all a lot younger back then. But after the remodeling deal, I did wind up going back over the road. And when I was home, something would be broke, and with 4 teenagers, we couldn't afford just to have stuff fixed from somebody else. So I started showing her how easy it really was to rewire a lamp or fix this or that. And you know, and I taught her if she would just stop a minute, check it out, look at it. Well, she found out that she's pretty damn good at that too. So then I've got her into arts and crafts. She still lacks a little confidence in her painting and whatnot. Now, to paint something, like one winter, she had bought a bunch of Christmas ornaments that you paint. And me and her sat around and painted them. It was quite fun, you know. Good conversation, good company, you know. And we had a lot of fun painting them. And she says we got some more somewhere. I told her I look forward to doing that again one winter. But she's quite the hand at doing stuff. And I told her that I really wanted our first project for her and I to do, which was going to be that raised flower bed. And we was going to start working on that this weekend. And we are constantly discussing different projects, different things that we want to do. And that way, when we get ready to do it, we've eliminated a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? So we was talking about what to do with this patio. She's really wanted this patio for 2 or 3 years now. And we had some red and white pavers, and she was asking me what I would think of doing a checkerboard out of red and white. And we had like 6 of one and 7 of the other color and whatnot. So, well, let's go get a dozen or so of them, and let's just kind of lay them out, play with them a little bit, see what we think of it. So we got down there to Lowe's, and the assholes had to have them on sale. She was thinking that they had been 97 cents a month or so back when we had eyeballed them walking through there. And we was going to go see if they were. No, they're $1.38. Well, they had them on sale this week. And they was going off sale like Wednesday, I think. And it's not an option for Grandma to pick them up. So it's something I needed to make happen. But they was on sale for 88 cents. Well, Lowe's, if you take in your DD214 and have it attached to your phone number, then whenever you go in, you get a military discount of 10%. Well, they're 88 cents. They gave me 9 cents off of them, so that meant I was paying 79 cents. Well, that's all but half price. That's hard to turn down. So we started getting some of them, taking them to the house, started doing a little math, figuring out how many we would need. And I can tell you now, to do our patio area, you're looking at basically 400. It's barely under 400 pavers. That's a heap of pavers. Michael, my buddy that bought part of my land, He's got a pickup back there, and we have a key to it. I was trying not to use it. I made a few trips in our van, which I could only haul like 32 of them pavers at a time, and decided we would try his truck. Robert went back there to get his truck, and it's just so damn muddy. We got like, what did Mama tell me, 6.5 inches in less than 10 days, and it's muddy. So he started to drive it from the back 40 where Michael's camper and stuff is, and a little valley right there, and he's got street tires on it, and it said no. Oh, Robert's calling me. What do you want me to do? No, I want you to just lock it up. Bring me the keys. Wasn't no need in tearing up Michael's driveway and stuff. So my neighbor did give me a call. Man, your truck stuck? Yeah. Well, I got a 4-wheel drive and a 20-foot strap. We can get it out of there. No, thank you. I have no desire to tear my property up with ruts and everything else. No, it's fine. Just stay there till it dries out here next week or two, then we'll move it. What are you doing? I'm up here getting these pavers. I told him about it previous night. He'd stop by. And I'd hinted at him to use his truck. He didn't take the bait. He didn't say nothing about it. I didn't bring him back up. I figured he didn't like that there. He's like, I told you to let me know. Well, no, you didn't, or I missed it. Well, where you at now? I'm up here at Lowe's getting pavers, dude. I got like 3 or 4 more trips to make. I'll be there in a minute. Alright, if you're going to do that, I'll go in and pay for everything I need, what's left. And we put 100 some odd pavers on his truck. So I'll give him kudos for getting the last, well, there was 90 and 34, so 124 pavers to the house. Oh. And the boys were figuring out how to do it. You know, they're both like, ain't never done this before. Well, I ain't either, so let's just figure it out. There's the ground, there's pavers. We need them to go together in a level form. So they did pretty damn good. Lakota's not going to work this next weekend. He's fixing to become an uncle. They're all taking a trip to go see the new baby. So he still lives at home. But I told him, you know, I said, are you comfortable enough to do these pavers by yourself? He said, yep. I said, all right. If you want to make a little money for your trip, then come up here and put in some time doing these pavers. I want them level. You know, if I come back and you ain't done them right and I have to pay Robert to redo them, you're not going to like my attitude. You understand that? Yes, sir. Okay. His problem is that he thinks everything needs to be done fast. And I'm trying to get across to him that I'm the one paying him. If anybody should be unhappy about him not moving fast, it should be me. And I don't want him to move so fast that he does it wrong. Slow down, do it right. And he just has a problem with the slow down part. So he's getting there. But he's a good kid. He really is. He's 20 years old. He's a good kid. Requires a little bit of special effort, but he's a good kid. And he gives me 110+% whenever he's working for me. So just gotta get him to slow down, son. Slow down. We're not in a race. If I don't tell you you need to speed up, then don't worry about it. And that's what I told him about the pavers. I said, I don't want you to go getting in some hurry because you think that I'm going to be upset with you for not getting more pavers done than you did. I'd rather you go a little bit slower and do them right. So, but, oh, and then last night we had Taco Hell. We wanted a taco salad. I can tell you now that taco salad from Taco Hell is not impressive. We had that and some soft shell tacos. It was food. We was both just tired and wore out and didn't really care. And then today I did not have to be in a hurry. Normally I'm rolling by 8 o'clock. I didn't get to the truck and get rolling until 8:30 today. So, which dispatcher told me Friday that you can't pick up before noon, so don't go getting in a hurry. Okay. No, I didn't. Got 3 kicked off, got this load picked up. That was a messed up video that I did about loading the wagon. I'm doing it off my phone. I ain't been using my phone. Had it turned the wrong way at first, so then I turned it the other way, so then it had to be spliced, so I haven't watched it, but I'm sure it's a mess. It is what it is. Best I can do you. With that, I have taken my evening meds. I'm a tired puppy. I imagine I've been stopped right at an hour now. So if I can accidentally get 8 hours sleep, that leaves me an hour to get ready to go in the morning. I'm 216 miles from the yard. They got me just bringing us to the yard. So I want to get up fairly early in the morning and hit it quick, fast, and in a hurry. With that, I'm going to bid y'all a good night. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. Pleasant dreams.